Welcome back everyone, Mutator here, and I'm going to be casting yet another week of Myth Kickballers. It is week 5, and we have two captains here, Rat King, or Ratski as he is in this game, and across the map here, kind of this hard to see black color is going to be Giant Killer General himself. This was an interesting week. I don't think anybody wanted to be a captain, and I volunteered. I challenged Renwood, but some of the players weren't on board with that. I guess they view us as weak players, and they're, I would say pretty prideful. And so it ended up that maneuver was vetoed, and Giant Killer General seemingly kind of. It seemed like he was resistant at first, but he rose to the occasion and decided to captain in this particular match. And Rat King, of course, was conscripted into being his opponent. Yeah, I also want to point out that Renwood and I, who I had challenged him to be a captain this week, to be captains, but we were both the last players chosen in kickball style myth, which was it's not always fun to be the last person picked, although I can certainly understand why, and I can appreciate the reasons why, but I don't know. Whatever. So anyway, this is going to be Giant Killer General's trade, and as we can see, it's going to be basically max fetch, a bunch of warlocks, 6 warlocks there, maximum Mercuridia, and then a bunch of these berserks, and then leftover mauls. I don't know if that's maximum or not. I'm guessing it's pretty close to it though. Probably, what's that? 7 out of 9, maybe. So maybe 2 fewer mauls than maximum. And it looks like Rat King did get maximum mauls. He got maximum Mercuridia, and it looks like possibly even maximum berserks. Interestingly enough, six warlocks and 4 fetch. I'm starting to wonder, like, where did he get the unit trading points for these goals? Let's inspect this again. Yeah, 6 warlocks. All right. What is this? 9 plus 7, 16. So maybe that is maximum berserks. What is this? That's 7. Oh, okay. So we got fewer mauls. It looked like maximum because they were all bunched together.
Game on.
And yeah. So that's gonna be what, 14 mauls altogether, as opposed to, what was it, 17 or something, 16. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. It's capture the flag, and everyone's going to be fanning around, doing whatever they want to do, sort of. Although the captain does have, he does have some leeway in determining who does what and when. But so yeah, let's look at the players in the game. We have Ratski. His first pick, I believe, was Adrenaline. Giant Killer General went with what was it, Donsky maybe, or Mercardon. And then Ratsky got Kruniak. This is Kruniak here, and Giant Killer General got Kramisi. So they each got kind of each other's right-hand man, more or less. And then the other players Giant Killer General got was Father Xmas, Sam the Butcher, Milkman, but he also picked up Renwood against his will. He didn't want Renwood. But yeah, he ended up having Renwood anyway. Rat King, on the other hand, picked up Valentine Highlight, who I'm not quite sure who that is. If you know who that is, let me know. Falcon he picked up, and then of course Funky, and then myself. And I didn't really enjoy these games all that much because I didn't really feel like I was contributing very much to my team. And it wasn't because like I was playing poorly. It was also because like I just wasn't. It didn't seem like I was able to accomplish all that much. Like I didn't actually see that much action. Anyway, here's a big flank in the north. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to this. So you can see that there's hardly anything scouting the north for Giant Killer General's team. So we're going to be uncontested, basically crossing here. There was, I believe, I think there was like a berserk or something at some point. Oh, here it is. There is this, but that's going to get chased away, and I don't know if he's going to spot like exactly what's going to be coming out over here. Anyway, mid's going to be more or less something of a stalemate. Is it just me, or is this map kind of dark? It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? It's kind of a fun map. I like it. There's these little critters that jump around. Let's see if I can find them. I don't know. I don't think I can find them right now. If you'll see them. They're these little like frog cricket things. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, it looks like who is this? It looks like Mercredon and maybe Donsky. Looks like they're gonna push across here with Father Xmas and Milkman. So pretty large southern flank, but opposite them it's gonna be Rat King and Falcon, basically, and Funky on the defensive here. They're just going to try to lead this force and maybe stall them so that this force in the north can easily make its way across to the enemy flag. Looks like Kremisi's going to get a shot off, but not do any damage, as these units do zero in and try to close the gap, close the distance between their forces and the flag here. In the middle, once again, not a whole lot happening. Renwood losing his Warlock, Valentine losing his, so trading Warlocks there. But Valentine has an extra one, and Sam the Butcher has one. But yeah, actually not too many forces, kind of a minimum of forces here in the middle. Now, these ramparts are interesting, but they don't really factor into a game such as this. In a game like Territories or Flag Rally or something, they would factor in a lot more. But in a game like, you know, Capture the Flag, not so much, because it takes so much time to get your force on top of the ramparts, and you know the enemy can easily maneuver around and not engage you, and that kind of takes you out of it. It's a defensible position, but it's not a very utilitarian one, since your movements are limited as a result. So it's a race against time here, as both teams have large flanks, rather large flanks, pushing in towards each other's flag. Although it appears like this force for Giant Killer General is a little bit slower than this force for Rat King. That's yeah, looks like Kruniak is leading the charge here, and it looks like he's going to be, oh, that was it. That was one of the little jumpy things. Those little froggy ambient lives that are kind of interesting. But yeah, it looks like they're gonna go in. Yeah, let's throw up the chat. Looks like GKG trying to call out the pinch on this force here, but he realizes the fetch are going to be the most important units to focus down. However, all four of Rat King's fetch are in that area. However, it appears like all four of the fetch for Giant Killer General are kind of linking up in this area here between what is that, Mercredon and Downsky. Looks like they kind of mirror strategies here, as the southern flank for Giant Killer General and the northern flank for Rat King. And it looks like these fetch are going to be indispensable. Nice shot on Kremisi's Warlock. He's going to hold on to, Adrenaline is going to hold on to that fetch. He's going to get that Warlock in the end. Meanwhile, Giant Killer General's team is not really doing so hot on this push. They're still pretty far away. They are going to try to move in with these Mercuria, whoever this is, Father Xmas. Nope, that's not even his team. Trying to move in there. But it looks like Kruniak and Adrenaline are going to be able to contest this flag, and it looks like it's just a matter of time before it falls, as Giant Killer General is going to try to maneuver and maybe get one last shot off, but it looks like he is going to be destroyed there by Adrenaline's fetch, and captured. That is that. There is nothing, there is nobody or anything able to sneak into this flag here. It looks like there was one Mercuria here, but he wasn't able to contest, interestingly enough. I wonder whose that was. Maybe we can zero in and see the color of the loincloth. Maybe Giant Killer Generals? Yeah, maybe that was GKG. He was playing on two fronts, it seems. And yeah, interesting. Falcon doing a pretty good job stalling at this location, as well as Valentine. So I don't know. I'd say it was a unfortunate loss for Giant Killer General, but you know, because unfortunately for them, they just didn't get the momentum they needed to reach that flag. You know, before Rat King's flank was able to take their own. So that's going to be it for game one, and it is a win for Rat King's team, so they are going to be up 1-0. So looking at the stats, looks like Adrenaline kind of doing a lot of damage there, 125 just for that one player. So that's kind of a carry for that team. That's going to be more damage than Giant Killer General's entire team put together, which is pretty awesome if you think about it. So that's gonna be it for game number one. Hopefully, we'll get more than this game up. So join me for game number two coming up.
Team eliminated. Game over.